Matthew mentions here that Jesus became hungry as he was walking towards Jerusalem. Because the fact that he was hungry, this one word reminds the reader of the humanity of Christ. That when Christ was on the earth, hear me, he was fully God and he was fully human at the same time. This is a theological term called the hypostatic union. The fact that deity became merged with flesh and became a God-man, a human being who was God in the flesh. I only mention this to you so that I can remind some of you that because Jesus was a human being, listen, he is intimately acquainted with all of your emotions and your suffering. There is nothing you will ever feel in your heart that Christ does not understand. If you've ever felt weary, he understands that. If you've ever felt betrayed, he understands that. If you've ever felt tired, he understands that. If you've ever felt frustrated, he understands that. If you've ever been if you've ever been hurt in the context of a relationship, he understands that. If you've been through a divorce, he understands that. If you're in a difficult marriage, he understands that. I mean, the bride of Christ, we make things difficult for him all the time. If you've ever been praying and felt like the Father can't hear me, he understands that. If you've ever been frustrated, he understands that. And I just want to encourage somebody under the sound of my voice that there is nothing you would ever feel or nothing you're feeling right now in your heart, no trouble, no sorrow, no heaviness of heart, that the Lord cannot understand, that he lived a human life for 33 years just without sin. And I like to remind you of this all the time. That is for this reason, my brothers and sisters, I want to encourage as many of you as possible to stop sanitizing your prayers when you go into the presence of the Lord. That when you get in there, that's the place to be honest and to cry and to tell him you're angry and to tell him you're frustrated and to tell him you're lustful and to tell him you're vengeful and to tell him help me with pornography and help me with masturbation and help me in my marriage, and tell him you're mad. It's okay for you to tell him you're mad at him. Like, Lord, I feel like you're not listening to me when I pray. Lord, I feel far away from you. Listen, he can handle all of your real emotions. It's crazy to me that people will go into the presence of God and try to hide from someone who is sovereign. That what a lot of you need to feel when you go into your secret place, watch this word, is release. On